It's been seen by 8 million people, and 440 actors have passed through the stage door to perform in what has become one of London's most famous musicals.
The first time I heard about Cats, of course, it wasn't Cats. It was the end of a great lunch that Andrew Lloyd Webber and I had. Really our first proper meeting together, where we discovered we were both as deliriously keen on musicals as each other, and we both had the same fears and worries and dreams for the future. And at the end of it, Andrew said, "Oh, I've got these poems of T.S. Eliot's that, you know, I really think are really good. I'd love you to come back to my flat and hear them." And I went back, and I knew by then that he'd played them to virtually everyone that was alive in the theatre, and they'd all gone, "Andrew's mad. This is an insane idea. It'll never work." But, you know, he played me 8 or 10 of the numbers, and I went, "I think you're right, Andrew. There is something here." I had no idea what it was, and I don't think he did either.
Between that lunch and today, those songs based on T.S. Eliot's poems have become the world's longest-running musical. For the last 3 years, Cats has been opening its doors to a new generation of theatregoers. Children between 8 and 14, or younger if accompanied by an adult, can take part in the Cats Kids Club at the New London Theatre for £12.50. It's a Saturday morning event created by John Scarborough.
The Cats Kids Club was created on my experience as a child being dropped off at Saturday morning cinema clubs by my parents while they went off shopping. And being the education officer here, one day I was walking around the auditorium and I thought, well, why on earth don't we do a similar sort of event but run it in a theatre? We start off by painting the children's faces in the character of a cat.
Have you had your face painted as a cat before?
No.
No? So this is the first time you've been a cat, is it?
Yeah.
How old are you, Tyler?
4.
Still as you can, because otherwise my lines go on wonky.
I'm Beckmeister Cat. My name's Whiskers. I'm Jack and Lori. I'm Big Brother. Connor Cat. My name's King, 'cause I'm the king of the jungle.
We then take them off on a backstage tour of the set of Cats, the Giant Jump Yard. We take them around, we explain how the show got started, how John Napier made the set. John Napier has done something very funny and very clever. He's actually named this set. His initials are on this name, are on this set. The clue is in his surname, which is Napier. Now, if anybody spots this mark, which is on that set, I want you to let me know. Oh, look, he's sucking all the air out of the theatre here. Jack.
The car plate, Nape.
N-A-P. That stands for Napier. Now, I want you to have a look at the set, and I want you to put your hands up if you can tell me what's wrong with it.
Everything's big.
Everything's big, isn't it? Look at it, it's huge. Why is everything so big, do you think? Whoa. Bethany.
Because the cats are bigger than real cats.
They are. Some of our cats are nearly 6 foot tall. You don't get many 6-foot cats, do you, fortunately? Could you imagine the cat flap for a 6-foot cat? It'd be as big as the door, wouldn't it? This is a trapdoor. It's called a star trap. Okay. This is one of the effects in the show, which is actually very dangerous. We fire a cat up through the floor.
Oh.
He goes about 5 or 6 feet up into the air.
Wicked.
And he has to open these doors with his head. We then take them substage, underneath the stage. Jack, what's the step? Down to the end. Where we explain to them how some of the effects that they will see during the show are operated. This is the bit that was moving, so everything in here was moving when we started. It's a 62-ton moving platform, so it's very heavy. And the crew have to work down here in very cramped conditions, and they have to move the big parts of the set.
Someone will give him...
We then come out, and they meet one of the cast from the show. Monkus Trap.
Is it difficult to dance in your costume?
The only thing is that you have a tail So sometimes when you do a pirouette, you have to be careful not to hurt other people because you can turn very fast.
Does your makeup or your wig ever annoy you?
Well, sometimes it does because, you know, you have so much hair on the wig and sometimes it gets off. And if it goes in your nose, it's all right because you can try and get it off and do this, which is quite cat-like. But if it's in your eyes, then you just have to bear it and maybe try to get it off like this because if you do this on stage, that doesn't really look very cat-like. So yes, sometimes some things are kind of getting in the way.
We're going to play a game of cat and mouse. We start with drama games, because that gets the energy level up. And then sometimes we go into concentration games.
Rachel feeds her cat healthy cat bats, tasty chunks. We've had our face painted. And then we got tried on the wigs and everything. That was really fun. The cat who visited us was not called Monkey Trap, it was called Munkus Trap. Yes! Remembered! And we've been moving around on the stage, going round in circles. Yes, I would kind of.